Minting or renting, baby. Let's go, baby. All right. Oh, hey, the camera still works. Nice. Wait, does that? Oh yeah. There we go. See. Oh, fuck. I gotta put in slideshow mode. All right. Hey guys, it's minting or renting, baby. Okay, hey guys, this is Josh's starving intern editor. If you're liking these minting or renting mogul mail style news videos, please subscribe to the channel and like. I need to eat. That's the only way I can get food. Josh doesn't feed me. And hey, if you find this frame somewhere else in the video, if you give me the exact timestamp in the comments, I can do anything. I can make your dreams come true. I swear to God. So that'd be awesome. Thanks, appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. Bye. All right. No, for real though. It's a mini one. It's a small one this week because we really only have two things that I want to talk about. There's one really big one that happened like yesterday, or at least made its way onto Twitter yesterday. And then there's another one that's kind of been like kind of sitting around, and people have been kind of thinking about it, talking about it. But I do want to get into this first one, and that is the CEO of Twitch pieced the fuck out. So, for those of you who don't know, which is a lot of you, because unfortunately this individual, Emmett Shear, didn't exactly do a great job of making himself known in the Twitch space. But for those of you who don't know, Emmett Shear was the CEO of Twitch. Sorry, I almost said YouTube. Nope, not that's Susan. No, it's not even Susan anymore. But anyway, Emmett was the CEO of Twitch, and he was, believe it or not, one of the OG 3 that kind of started the whole Twitch environment in the first place. They were the ones who created Justin TV just to watch one of their friends live stream for 24 hours doing some StarCraft 2 shit. But it turned into what we know today as Twitch. And it's super cool because this guy has been around from the beginning. But what kind of sucks about it is that he doesn't exactly do a good job of like perpetuating content creator growth on the platform, which is something that a lot of creators have been pissed about for the last like 5-ish years. He did get lucky in that a lot of creators were able to explode during the COVID boom. But yeah, Emmett Shear has kind of been like a background kind of shady figure for a lot of the like 2015 to now kind of stretch on Twitch. So you guys are probably wondering, okay, Josh, what does that mean for Twitch? He's stepping down. Who cares? Well, you all should care because now we're going to have somebody new coming in. We're going to have a new individual making their way on the scene. And like many things, when we don't have control of who makes their way into places of power on platforms that we live on and we thrive on, we get some interesting faces in the office, right? So who's going to replace Emmett? This guy, Dan Clancy. So I want to give a little bit of credit first to Dan. He's a very interesting individual. Okay, so Dan, he actually is a pretty smart dude. He graduated like from, I don't know, University of Texas or something with comp sci and a theater background. The theater background gives me a little bit of comfort because I was a theater kid. I didn't graduate in theater, like I didn't do any of that, but I did a lot of drama and stuff in high school. And theater kids, we got kind of a vibe to us. It's very Twitch comfy when you're a theater kid. However, this man is well known for many other things. He's also been at NASA. He worked at the Jet Propulsion Lab, which is like one of my dream jobs for the record. Worked at Google for a little while, and he's worked as the president of Twitch since 2019. So this is big because this guy, you'd think he's been around with Twitch for a long time. It's 2019. He kind of knows the dealio. He's been the president, so he's gonna make his way into the CEO position. That's all fine and dandy, but you gotta to give you guys a little bit of background on what this guy's done since 2019. So he was one of the people that were pro getting rid of the 70-30 split for partners and enforcing the 50-50 on everybody. You guys probably, as some of you that are in chat as creators, you're probably cringing right now because that's horrible. Twitch is one of the only platforms that still undercuts their content creators at the level in which they do. Like, I'm pretty sure OnlyFans is like an 80-20. I know YouTube is 80-20. the new platform we're going to talk about today is 95.5. So there's Twitch is really falling behind, and this guy was a big proponent for the removal of the 70-30 split for partners. As an affiliate, and I think a lot of you are affiliates in chat, we were getting a 50-50 anyway. But as you got higher up and did better and did more for the platform, you could negotiate a higher revenue split. And a lot of the bigger creators that you may know, Mizkiff, Pokimane, blah, 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 they have the 70-30 for now. It's going to be getting removed, I think, sometime this year. I think around May this year. So, kind of interesting place to be in. And this guy coming in, it's a bit scary because Twitch has already done a kind of bang-up job when it comes to keeping content creators. A lot of creators have left because the revenue split isn't great. Many have gone to YouTube. We got Foosley, Ludwig, Lily Pichu, just to name a few. Like, people don't want to get undersold on the work they put. It's not a very fertile ground for people to grow as a content creator like it used to be. A lot of creators have to go far and wide to TikTok, to YouTube, to Instagram to grow a bigger environment or grow a bigger community, then bring them over to Twitch and find a way to market it like that. And that's not a good look for your site. Your site should be able to be all encompassing. That should be like going out and finding other communities should be a secondary thing. It shouldn't be the only way creators can really grow. So with this new CEO, we don't have a good outlook just because of his position previously on the whole revenue split. But we'll see. This is definitely one of the people that Amazon kind of sent in as a, hey, get in here and fix our financial issue. Because if many of you don't know, Twitch is operating at they're not running the highest numbers these days. Twitch is it is very difficult to run a streaming platform, to be fair. You have to pay for servers that all the streamers can get onto and broadcast their content. You have to pay for brokering deals with ads and stuff. So there's a lot of tape that you have to cross very carefully when it comes to running a streaming site. And Twitch, out of the beginning of the race, they did great. They really established themselves and made themselves a household name when it comes to live streaming. But as far as sustaining and maintaining the creators that they have on the platform, in the last 5-ish years, they haven't really done that great of a job. So with this guy coming in, I think that if you are a Twitch creator, I would recommend probably being a little bit careful if you're not stretching out to other platforms for growth. It would be a good idea to try to do a little bit of development on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. I do YouTube Shorts. I do TikToks. They don't do well. The YouTube Shorts do decent, but the TikToks don't do well. And Instagram Reels, I'm not like a hot girl, so it's kind of hard for any acknowledgement on Instagram, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. You gotta figure out your niche. You gotta figure out what you can do. But with this guy coming in, I'm not sure. And actually, Germa at TwitchCon. So this guy, Emmett, he was at TwitchCon that I was at, actually. It was really cool. I didn't get to meet him, unfortunately, but he did go around and he made his way to a lot of the bigger streamers to kind of get a little bit of a feel for who the big people are. So there's an interview with Germa. I might even be able to find it really quick. After talking to this guy, and he has just like the worst things to say. He's like, I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. It took you a long time. I'm gonna be honest, dude, the president of Twitch, I'm sure personally, I have no problem personally with him. But honestly, I don't feel confident as a streamer on the platform with someone who is that out of touch. Yeah. What the streamers need and want. Oh no. I walked away feeling like depressed. Seriously, sad. Aww.
But as a content creator, I would strongly recommend that you guys, for those of you who are also content creators in chat, I would strongly recommend branching out to YouTube, branching out to TikTok, branching out to maybe other streaming platforms, like what we're going to talk about right here in a second. All right, Kick. So okay, I understand there's a lot of pictures, there's a lot of images on the screen, and I want you guys to just take a second and let me explain. Let me cook, okay? Let me cook. So what is Kick? What is Kick? Kick is a new streaming platform that has gone down as a kind of anything goes. Anything can happen. This is like the Mad Max world on Kick. anything goes. You can just be running around, killing people. Like you can get away with basically murder on Kick. At least that's how they're marketing it. And the greatest example of that marketing is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, Adin Ross, making his way over to Kick, doing a stream where he showed porn live. And that was a really bad idea because Kick, just like Twitch, doesn't have a great system for monitoring how old their viewers actually are. Yeah, the youngest you can be is 13, technically, on Twitch, but I guarantee you there are people younger than 13 probably in chat right now, for one. And two, on Kick, it's basically the same system. I did a login, it's like, how old are you? Or what year are you born? I'm like, 97? That's my normal year. And then I shifted down, I'm like, how old can I get away with? How old can I get away with? And there's like an 8, there is no way to verify who's actually signing up, and the fact that you can get away with showing pornography, the fact you can get away with showing highly sexualized VR chat ladies, it's a little bit dangerous. It's a little bit dangerous. On top of the fact that this site allows for gambling. And as a lot of you probably heard, Twitch just very recently cracked down on gambling because of its very influential effects on younger audiences. Gambling addiction is bad. Addiction to pornography is bad. So Kick isn't really coming out of the gate with a good with a good message, and a lot of people are getting kind of livid about that. But Trainwrecks being one of the Trainwrecks is a streamer that was formerly on Twitch. He kind of created this site so that it could be a place where he can do his gambling streams, where he can do a lot more, have a lot more freedom, and not be bogged down by the systemic kind of we're afraid to do anything attitude of Twitch or of Amazon that owns Twitch. So how did Trainwrecks get the funding to create his own live streaming service? He went to stakes.com, which is a big gambling site. So a lot of people are mad about that. It's backed by gambling, an offshore overseas gambling company. How is that okay, right? But I gotta say, I do have to say this. Kick, though it does have a lot of degeneracy available, already off the bat, huge creators are getting away with stuff that really shouldn't be in the faces of possibly young audience members. I do like the fact that Kick does give you a lot more freedom. You could watch whole episodes of MasterChef and do your reaction if you're that kind of content creator without getting immediately shut down. On YouTube, I watched literally 3 minutes of Shark Tank and that shit was done. And I got my first strike. So Susan, or I guess I can't even beg Susan to like leave my channel alone. But yeah, I do like the idea that you can get away with a little bit more. Adin Ross was able to stream the Super Bowl on Kick. I do think that he is gonna get sued or get in trouble for that. We haven't gotten an update on that, but Adin Ross and a couple other content creators on Kick, they did stream the Super Bowl, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but there is a lot more freedoms available on Kick, and I think that that's something that in this modern streaming age, you kind of need to have a little bit more freedoms and not so many lockdowns. I know that you have to be ad friendly in order to make money for your streaming site, but I think that it can get I think that ads and sponsors can get a little bit carried away with the restrictions because of an age demographic they're trying to reach. So Kick being a little bit more risque, a little bit more aggressive, I appreciate that, but it does need to be done with taste. So the fact that pornography is going up freely, the fact that gambling is being promoted and pushed, it's a slippery slope. So I think that Kick is an interesting place, and I think it has opportunity to grow, but there does need to be some level of moderation so that it doesn't just become an actual just cesspool. So, but is Kick a legit place? I would say so. I mean, as far like I said earlier, Twitch is a household name when it comes to live streaming. Right, YouTube's getting pretty big with Ludwig joining, with Lily Pichu, Fuslie, Tim the Tapman, the Doc. Right, there's a lot of attention making its way to YouTube. So if you look at the graph I got here, it's starting to make its way. It's starting to make its way into the scene of live streaming. Then you got Facebook gaming, so you got like what I think Toast went over for like a year and was like, this sucks. Africa TV I think is isn't that, I'm pretty sure that's the one they use in like Korea. I think that's like basically Twitch in Korea or Japan. Trovo, I haven't even heard of Trovo. I know Mixer existed for like 15 minutes and then died. But but yeah, I will say it is an interesting one. It's an interesting one for sure. I do also like the fact that Kick does have a creator centric mindset and business model. They have the highest revenue split in the industry. I think they have a high I'm not sure about Patreon. Patreon's a pretty high creator split, but Kick is a 95-5. If you go anywhere, if you go to YouTube 80-20, if you go to Twitch 50-50 across the board no matter how good you are. If you go to TikTok, I think TikTok is like terrible to their creators actually. So, I'd be careful about TikTok. I think, oh God, is it 35, 65? I don't remember TikTok split, but Kick does have an industry high. OnlyFans, I don't even think is a 95-5. I think OnlyFans is like a 90-10 or 80-20. So you got to give Kick cred. They do have a crazy high creator split, and it does seem like Trainwreck's plan to have creators get appreciated more on this site is being seen to fruition. So that's cool. But like I said, it does need to be done in taste. There should not be, you should not be getting free subs for watching porn. That's not okay. So yeah, I think all in all, I think Kick is I'm gonna call this one a. It's not int. Okay, Adin Ross is inting. That's an int for sure. You cannot show that shit to teenagers and little kids. That's not okay. Because there's no way to safely monitor the age of everyone watching. That really has to be kind of watched. But I do like the fact that they do have a creator-centric mindset. So I'll give this one a minting. It is growing. To be fair, it is growing. I'll give it a minting. As for the Twitch thing though, with Dan Clancy stepping in, I think for right now that's a hard int. I'm gonna call that an inting.